Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build and to another installment of the Squish. We just got the brand new Desert Luxe Kit yesterday. It is free right now to download until October 17th. I almost said 27th. Until October 17th, so make sure you go ahead and grab that. You can grab it for free as long as you already have the Sims 4 base game. And of course, the first thing I wanted to do when I got my hands on this kit was build a tiny home. So you might recognize this build if you were at my Twitch stream yesterday. I do sometimes stream over on twitch.tv/Miss Gryphi, and I started stream off by playing around with the new items and coming up with a tiny home design, and I adore how this came out, so of course I needed to share it here as well. So right now I'm just playing around with some of the pieces, the new awnings, the new windows. I really wanted to use the new fireplace outside and make sort of a luxury desert tiny home. And I think my favorite part of what I did is actually the roof paired with this window on the side. You'll see here in a little bit when I place it down, but it makes it look like the building is slanted, if that makes sense. So I'm going to rotate the roof here and extend it, and it's just like the side of the building comes out. It makes the building look like it's not just a rectangle, if that makes sense. And I adore how it looks. I really enjoy it. And the new awning is just so beautiful. Overall, just a beautiful kit. I'm so glad it's free for everyone. Make sure you download that if you have not already. And because of that news coming out, that was in response to letting us know that starting on October 18th, The Sims 4 is going to be free to download for everyone, which I'm very intrigued by because apparently there's going to be some sort of big stream that they're planning. Let me see if I can see what it's called. Behind the Sims Summit stream. And it sounds like there's going to be some sort of big announcements there. I'm seeing all kinds of speculation from anything from The Sims having like The Sims 4 having microtransactions to people thinking that The Sims 5 is coming. I have no idea what to think. I wouldn't be surprised if they announced like a bigger roadmap for The Sims 4, kind of like they did towards the end of The Sims 3, where they showed us what the next like 3 expansion packs were going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if we got something kind of like that, an idea of what to expect, or maybe an announcement that we're only getting smaller packs going forward. I feel like if they announce The Sims 5, which I'm not fully expecting, but if they do, I feel like it's going to be like, here, it's in the works, but it's going to be a long time still. In the meantime, here are the things coming out for The Sims 4. That's kind of what I'm expecting, but I really have no idea. Let me know what you think we might be getting in that announcement. But anyway, the outside of this build here is coming together. We're adding a pool out here. Of course, using the new loungers and the new chairs out on the front porch. I just think it looks so pretty, and it's just nice to have some more modern items to go with the world of Oasis Springs, which is, of course, a base game world. I am building in Oasis Springs, but I am not doing a limited pack build here. I let myself use whatever. I don't think I used all of the packs though. I am using some Strangerville here because I really wanted to add some Joshua trees. I think they are so pretty, and I was kind of going for something like California, Nevada inspired here with like a luxury little desert home Airbnb sort of vibe. So that is what this ended up being. And speaking of which, maybe I should do something in that part of the country for my state series now that we got this kit. That is an idea. I keep writing down ones I want to do and then I never get around to them. Sorry that series has been kind of sporadic, but it is a fun one. Maybe I'll have another one sometime soon. If you have any state suggestions, do let me know. But anyway, I'm just trying to decorate outside a little bit more, get a couple of plants. I was thinking like cacti and stuff would make sense here. I keep moving things around and changing my mind, but I think it came out okay in the end. And I spend a long time on the exterior before we head on inside and try and figure out the floor plan and decorate and all of that. But I did want to have some like more natural looking flower beds, but also a couple that were much more manicured. So out front here, we have an actual like flower box, and I thought about just having some of these plants out there, but I didn't like that as much, so I keep trying different things, and I end up with like this big cactus from Strangerville. We end up having a bunch of rocks as well. I wanted to sort of mimic the look of the world around this lot. So I wanted to make sure we had plenty of rocks and other plants and stuff. So it sort of blends in, even though this is a very modern structure in the middle of the desert. This is just a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom tiny home. Actually, the bedroom is in the living space. So, you know, it doesn't really have a separate bedroom, but there's enough space for up to 2 Sims to sleep, as it does have a double bed. And it's not a starter home. I think it's like 30-ish thousand simoleons. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's a pretty decent home for the price. But anyway, right now I am just playing around with the pool. I want to get a ladder, some seating around the pool, and a lounger in it as well. I really like the new like concrete seats and side tables that we got. I thought that they paired really nicely by the pool area. And I also felt like this house would have solar panels. So I did add a few of those, and then just getting some more low-lying plants to add a bit more greenery to the outside of this build. I do end up using a little bit of terrain paint to get a couple of pops of green, so it's not just, you know, desert. It is desert, but like I wanted to have a little bit more greenery, if that makes sense. I like to do that on my builds in this world, just little pops of some green. I think it adds a lot of interest, visual interest to the exterior of these builds. And then I'm getting some more bushes and stuff over here. I feel like this is a really nicely manicured lot. They spend a lot of money on this, or maybe they're fake bushes. I could see that too. Actually, it just made me think of the fun tip on if you have plants inside your home and you want to have like flowers in a vase, but you don't want to keep buying flowers, you can buy fake flowers and just put water in the vase so they look real. I think that's a really smart idea. But I'm also not going to do that because I know I'm going to somehow knock over the vase and get water everywhere. So I just get fake flowers altogether. And that's how I do it. Anyway, we're on the inside now. I'm trying to figure out what layout I want to go for. I end up having a 2-tile bathroom. So there is no sink in the bathroom. You'll just use the one in the kitchen space, but it saved us a tile to do it that way. So that is what I ended up doing. And for the kitchen space, I'm using these countertops from the Cool Kitchen Stuff Pack. I thought that they were really pretty, and I was enjoying mixing some wood tones in this space. You can see how that is laid out right here with those, with the 2-tile bathroom, which I'll be decorating a little bit later. I just wanted to get it planned out and put the door to it. And then we're starting here in the kitchen. I did decide to go for a mini fridge so we could have a fridge and an oven on the same spot. And then we have a countertop stovetop. So that is what I ended up doing there. You are able to prep on the corner counter. I get comments about that a lot when I make tiny houses, and that's the spot I have. But I always have play tested that, and it's always worked in my game. So hopefully it works in yours. Your Sims should be able to use these kitchens just fine. And I loved how these plates, or not the plates, I'm going to grab plates here in a minute, but I love how the plants looked in this windowsill. They fit so perfectly. This is one of the new windows from the kit, and I just think it looks really nice. I was very, very happy with this kitchen space. Most of this is stuff we already had. I think it's just the window that's new. But I said plates because I saw plants, and then I remembered there were plates. So there are the plates in the window. I also got a couple of cutting boards, which I'm going to move over to the other wall on the other side of the sink. And then another thing I really liked here is the curtains I grabbed, the shades. They like clipped into the window, but I actually liked how that looked there. Like, that's really cool. I think it looks nice, like they're built into the window, so I decided to keep it. And I really liked the basic color that it started with, like the default color of that particular curtain. So I decided to keep that. I'm really loving mixing the brown swatches in here, the more natural, like earthy colors. And then this is the bathroom, which is very like stone and black. But I think it came out nice. I also end up adding a little window in there. I think I didn't show that, but there is a small window in the bathroom, which is from Get Famous, and a shelf up above the toilet. And then here I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the living room bedroom space because I didn't really want to close it off anymore. And I wanted to use the new sofa. So I decided to make it look like it's a pull-out bed with this particular bed from Seasons coming out of it. I thought the swatches matched pretty well, so I was quite happy with that. And then we're just going to get a dresser over here, and I'm going to be putting the TV on top of it so your Sims can go ahead and use that. The one thing I didn't use in this build, which I keep forgetting to use, even though it's one of my favorite items from this kit, is new like side table shelf piece, the curvy piece. It's so pretty. There wasn't really a good spot for it in this particular tiny home though, so it's not used in here, but gorgeous piece. I hope I can find a good use for it soon. But then over here right next to the bed, I wanted to make sure we could have a desk space. I wanted to have as many activities and things as possible in this home. So I'm just getting this glass desk and a chair to go in front of it, a nice little computer, and there ends up being a couple of decorations on the desktop as well. I'm trying to think of what I put there. Oh, and at this point I forgot about the curtains in this kit, and then I realized and we had to add them. They're so pretty, and I love the little curtain rod in the middle. It's just such a nice realistic touch and something we've been asking for in the game for so long. So I was pumped to be able to add these in here. It just looks so cool, like you're actually pulling the curtain across. It's quite nice. But here are the things I'm going to be adding onto the desk. At first I was trying some rugs and I was having trouble figuring out what rugs I wanted to use. But I'm just going to grab some books to put up on the dresser. I also get this plant from Paranormal. I kept having to check the height of it because it's hard to tell if you raise it high enough up or not if you are putting something on a clear surface. So I got that to the right level, and then I'm trying to figure out which lamp. I end up using one from Snowy Escape, which I often forget exists, but I like how simple and modern it is. And then these are the books I grabbed from Tiny Living, and then I believe I just add a tapestry up on the wall across from the bed for a little bit more decoration. And that's the majority of what the rest of this build is. It's so small, but I love how it came out. I really like this new kit. I'm probably going to be using it a lot. So I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so very much for watching, and enjoy the screenshots. Bye everyone.